Hey there, horror fans! Today I'm diving into the dark and twisted world of horror movies that critics just didn't get. Yep, we're talking about 10 amazing horror films that were shockingly underrated by critics. Buckle up, because you might find your next favorite flick here. First up, let's talk about The Crazies. Directed by Breck Eisner, this film is a masterclass in tension and suspense. Critics brushed it off, but Eisner's direction squeezes every drop of fear from the story of infected citizens going on murderous rampages. And that pitchfork scene? Pure nightmare fuel. Trust me, it's worth a watch. Next, we have the iconic Saw. Believe it or not, this game-changing thriller only has a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. Crazy, right? With its non-linear storytelling and those insane twists, Saw deserves way more credit. It's not just gore, it's genius. Let's move on to Event Horizon. This 1997 sci-fi horror flick directed by Paul W.S. Anderson was initially panned by critics, but it has since gained a cult following. The blend of space exploration and sheer terror creates a unique atmosphere that's hard to forget. Give it a shot, you won't be disappointed. How about Jennifer's Body? This 2009 horror comedy starring Megan Fox was misunderstood at release. Critics didn't appreciate its satirical take on horror tropes, but it's a gem for those who love clever, dark humor. Plus, Megan Fox as a demon? Yes, please. Then there's The Witch. Some critics found it too slow, but that's part of its charm. This film by Robert Eggers is a hauntingly atmospheric tale of paranoia and supernatural dread. The slow burn builds up to a chilling climax that's hard to shake off. Definitely a must-see. Remember The Cabin in the Woods? This 2012 film directed by Drew Goddard flips the horror genre on its head. Critics were mixed, but fans appreciated its meta-commentary and smart writing. It's a wild ride that's perfect for horror aficionados. Now let's talk about Session 9. Directed by Brad Anderson, this psychological horror isn't as well known, but it's a hidden gem. The setting, an abandoned mental asylum, adds layers of creepiness, and the story keeps you guessing until the very end. Seriously, give it a chance. Up next, The Babadook. This Australian horror film by Jennifer Kent has been praised for its psychological depth. Critics initially missed its powerful exploration of grief and motherhood, but it's now recognized as a modern classic. If you haven't seen it yet, what are you waiting for? Let's not forget Crimson Peak. Guillermo del Toro's gothic romance was misunderstood by some critics who expected more scares, but the film's stunning visuals and haunting story make it a masterpiece in its own right. It's a visual feast you shouldn't miss. Finally, we have It Follows. This 2014 indie horror directed by David Robert Mitchell got mixed reviews, but it's a standout for its originality and chilling premise. The slow, inevitable dread that follows the protagonist is something you won't forget anytime soon. Check it out if you're up for something different. And there you have it. 10 horror movies that deserve a second look. Don't always trust the critics. Sometimes the real gems are hidden just beneath the surface. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more horror content. Stay spooky!